Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Woodmere Estate Revival. We are down at the pool today trying to get the last of this stuff knocked out before we're ready to fill her up with water and test everything out and make sure it's going to work perfectly. So we are working on grout today. We got down here early this morning before it got too hot, and then we also have plans to grind down and patch plaster, get all that stuff smoothed and slicked and ready for paint. And then we've also got to do some work around the outside of the pool. There's an old fountain over there where Neptune's sitting. We got to tear that out, and we actually have to move Neptune, get him out of the way so the concrete contractor can get in and do the final grade around the pool, and then everything else. So we're trying to get ready for paint. We got a number of things that we got to check off the list here before we can paint it and then fill it with water. Super excited to get that done. We're moving into the heat of the summer, so it's going to be a great time to get the pool open. Kids are going to love it. We're going to love it. Let's get it done. So let me show you where we're starting out and give you a clue on what all we're going to tackle today. All right, so here we are next to the pool. You can see we got some equipment sitting around. Our concrete contractor's been busy this week. They got the back porch poured, the back patio, and it turned out great, but they had to do a lot of grading and then a lot of prep work. They had to put drains in, and they had to put downspouts in, they had to put gas lines in, all sort of stuff down through there to get the patio ready to pour. And then they got it all formed up and poured in 2 stages this week. So it's looking great. No more mud behind the house. Can't tell you how exciting that is. When we first bought this place, if you guys watched some of the original episodes, you'll remember how nasty it was back here. There was an old brick patio and it was covered in filth and vines. Trees had grown over. There was no sunshine coming down to the back patio. I mean, it was just a mess. And it was graded poorly, and the bricks were set poorly so that it was actually flooding. Every time it rained, water was just sitting against the house, sometimes 3 and 4 and 5 inches deep, and running into the crawl space vents and flooding the crawl space. So it was a real mess. So it's great to see it all nice and covered with a brand new patio. It's graded properly away from the house. And then we've got drainage boxes all along the back here to catch water that falls on the patio in rain and also comes out of the weep holes in the wall here. Still got to get the wall power washed, clean out all the weep holes, and get it looking good. Patio stops here for now because we're still working around the pool. Amber's here. Hey, honey.
Hey.
She's ready to get to work before it gets too hot, that's for sure. This week we also got the skimmers poured in concrete. We've been working on this now for weeks. We got the old original skimmers taken out, had to cut the wall of the pool to fit the new, larger, modern skimmers. We had to saw cut the concrete, and then we had to get the skimmer fitted in the wall, had to get it wired in place, plumbed up, had to build a rebar cage around it, and then we had to use some bonding lugs and copper wire to create our bonding grid, make sure that these, the rebar in these is bonded to the rest of the pool to prevent static shock or electric shock. And then we had to build the forms, and that in itself was a challenge. But we got the forms done this week and got the concrete poured. So they are now completely encased in concrete. And we've got one on both sides of the pool. There's one over there on the deep end as well. That's been taken care of. The guys also worked this week to get all the old dirt and nasty stuff out of here and got this graded down quite a bit. They're going to take it down 6 inches from the height of the pool, so the 6 inches from the top of the coping all the way around. And then they'll be coming through here with about 2 inches of gravel, putting down the reinforcing wire and doing a 4-inch concrete pour all the way around here. Here's Neptune's fountain. It's got to go. Right now it's just a frog pond. The frogs are frolicking. Sorry about that, boys. But yeah, it's got to go. So we're going to tear out the walls of the pond, and then we're going to come in here with our tractor and actually use that to move old Neptune out of here. And then they're going to go ahead and tear out the rest of the pond, and then they'll be able to get in here and get all this dirt and everything out of here. We got a ton of dirt sitting over there. Those guys are going to use that to help grade around here to extend the patio a little bit. So they're going to smooth out some of the surround and extend the patio slightly, and then the rest of it will go down to the other end of the property, fill in some low places down there next to where the new garage is going to go. So big week here, lots of stuff accomplished. The guys got the column wraps done. They're looking fantastic, and that's really exciting to see the front porch columns going back together. But we're going to get cracking here before it gets too stinking hot. And what's it supposed to be today, honey? 90 something? Almost 90? Okay, so it's going to be really hot down in the pool. And while this wall is still partially shaded, we're going to go ahead and get the grout going and try to get another bucket of that stuff done, maybe make our way over to the end of the deep end there before we run out of time on the grout. So we're going to get cracking, and I'll keep you guys updated throughout the day.
All right, so Chris has gotten started on grouting. We are about 5 minutes in. I think we have about 80 minutes total is what we should get out of the bucket of working time. But last weekend we didn't get nearly that much. We got maybe 40 minutes, but we've started a lot earlier. It's not as hot. We're still in the shade right now. So we're hoping we can get a little more working time today.
In the shade, but still sweating.
I know. Because this grout is not cheap.
It's not. But it's supposed to be the best.
Yes, and that's what's important. That's what's important. Do it once. We don't want to have to redo this anytime soon.
No.
Hopefully the next owner will.
Yeah.
30 years from now. I don't know if we'll get 30 years out of it, but we may.
What else are we trying to get done here today?
I don't know. I'm just focused on this right now. We were going to start grinding down the edge below the tile and trying to get that ready to fill in.
Yeah.
Patch. It's a hot one though.
It is indeed. Yeah, the fun part, working on the floor.
Working. Grouting and balancing. All right, well, carry on.
Thanks.
All right, so I just took a real quick break just to get some video. We started out about right here, and Chris got all the way over to where that drain line is. I don't know if you can see that, but about maybe 6 feet from where he's at right now. So he made a lot more, got a lot more linear feet out of this bucket than the last one, so that's good news. Now we're just kind of rushing to get everything cleaned off, but it's looking really nice. Stay tuned.
All right, Amber is working on the last section here.
Woo.
Giving it the little touch-up rinse here.
Yeah.
As soon as she gets done with that, we're going to have to start with the final rinse. This epoxy grout has a two-stage rinse. You go through and get the biggest majority of it off, and then you go back through with some little scrub pads and take off any last little bit of haze. So we're going to get that started in just a minute after we drink some water.
I was gonna say, I need some hydration.
Me too. Not feeling too good. All right, we just finished with our second round of cleanup. As you can see in the grout bucket there, it's virtually empty. We managed to change our technique a little bit, change the mixture a little bit, and that kept the grout a lot more workable in the beginning, and we were able to cover a lot more territory before it began to set. So we got all this done, all the way across here, all the way down to the other end, the whole deep end, and then up to the vacuum line right there where it comes through the edge of the pool. So we got all that done, everything's washed down and looking good. The temperature has climbed pretty rapidly throughout the morning. So we're getting ready to take a break, go up to the house, get something to eat, and get out of the heat for a little while. And then come back down here and hit it some more. But very happy with the progress we made this morning. Really turned out much better than it did the other evening when we were trying to get that other side grouted. So now we've got from here down to the other corner there by the steps to finish up. We'll wait either and do that tonight after it's cooled off, or perhaps tomorrow early morning get down here and do it. We just set these last 3.5 tile last night from right about here over to the corner, so we want to give them a little bit more time to cure before we put any grout on them. Okay, so we're going to go grab a bite and get out of the sun for a few minutes, rest up, and we'll be back down here in a little bit, get some more of this stuff tackled around the pool. See you soon.
All right, we've decided to change gears.
dogs?
That thing really is pretty deep.
Pretty what?
Deep.
It is, yeah.
It looks very shallow, but I about fell in it one time. I felt like Swamp Thing was going to come out at me.
May have.
That was a good one.
That's what I was hoping for.
Yeah. Big chunks. How thick is that base?
Well, it's just one brick, but then there's
Okay.
pavers. There's brick
Yeah.
pavers cemented to it.
Oh, okay. So it makes it look bigger. All right.
Yeah.
For a minute, I thought it was like the pool. Surely not.
Yeah.
All right. I forgot my work gloves down here.
Huh. It's unfortunate.
Maybe I can't pick up any bricks.
You're doing a great job filming then.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
The good news is that's fairly even with the base there.
Yeah, it is. Should be easier to slide.
Easier.
Ooh, the whole thing's kind of.
Oops.
Ah, there it is.
It was just kind of stuck on there.
Okay. We should take that out. The whole thing out.
It's kind of cemented in there. So.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. I thought it came out, but no.
Well, it does, I think. But I think they put it in and then cemented it.
Oh. All right, we got them strapped in. We'll see how this goes. Not too bad. Wow. To the end of the patio. We'll have to move them when they pour and then move them back on this end with a dolly once it's poured. But wow, there we go. Bare bottom and all. 3 feet. Well, you have about 3 feet till you get.
How far should I take it?
I'm not sure.
How close do you want it to the wall?
Huh?
How close do you want it to the wall?
I don't know. Let me come talk. Alright, so we've changed the game plan. We're actually going to take him out where the other statues are and get him out of here completely. We felt like that would be better for our concrete contractors. That way they will be able to grade all of it, including the spot where we were going to put him. And then what we'll do is, before they get ready to pour here, we'll bring him back. We'll put him up on the patio slab. And then we'll leave him there until the concrete around the pool is cured, and then we can dolly him from there to here. Either way, it's the same. It's just we're moving him a little bit more right now, and then we'll have to move him back. You're good. All right. Yeah. decided to bring him all the way down to the end of the property where the three-car garage is going. As you can see right now, it looks a little bit more like a junkyard. All this is temporary, I assure you of that. I'm already tired of looking at it. Yep. Huh? A deer? I don't know. I guess it went in the woods. Alright. Oh, I missed that. Make sure I'm doing my job here. Yeah, you've got room to set it down. Off the ground. Yep. All right, now to get them safely on there. Guess I'm gonna have to turn this off and come help.
You can get it.
You don't want my help?
I think I can get him.
All
It's
right.
going up my legs. That'll be my incentive.
You just wanna look like He-Man, don't you?
I don't have to try. Modesty runs in the family.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what happened to you.
Straps came in handy.
Definitely.
Thank you, Tractor Supply. This episode of Woodmere State Revival is sponsored by Tractor Supply.
Too bad we don't have any sponsors.
And the letters I-O-U. Ants.
We are all alone on this project. Woo!
Wish we had some sponsors.
Me too. Actually, I did see where HGTV is doing a one of those landscape contests. We really should do that. I know we've come a long way, but there's so much more that we could do.
I entered us in everything I could when we first got this place.
I know.
Nobody was interested.
Their loss.
It is. All right, buddy. It's just you and me.
Don't bust a gut. I think that thing weighs about 750 pounds is what.
I think it's with the base.
Is that with the bait? All right, so 500, excuse me.
150 pounds.
Sorry. Good job. Woohoo!
You're home, old boy. Yeah, I figured he'd be taller.
Yeah, he looks a little short compared to you.
The god of the sea.
Yeah, you would have thought.
We do share a lot of qualities there. Let's see.
Yeah. Again, your humility amazes me. I don't know. I think we need to see you in some swim trunks next to him, and then I'll decide.
Or just a fish.
He has you beat in one area, though. The beard.
It's true.
You can't really grow a long beard.
No,
But
well, I
that's
could,
okay.
but it wouldn't look very good.
No, it looks be awful.
Pretty shabby.
All right, good job.
Thanks.
Check. Off the list. Good job. Gotta bring it up. Needs to come up.
Okay, so after we finished up with Neptune and his base, getting all that stuff out of the pond over there and taking it to the other end of the road, we got the heater and some of the other junk hauled out of the pool area and taken over there to the junk pile where the guys are going to be hauling all that stuff off. Then we went up to the house, took a break, let the sun set down a little bit, and had a bite to eat. Now we're getting ready to tackle the last little bit of grout in the pool. Can't wait to get this done. We wanted to wait till the sun dropped below the mountain behind us there and allowed the sun to get off of the pool area. It's still hot, it's still in the 80s, but at least we don't have that direct sun beating down on us and shortening the lifespan of our epoxy grout. Let's take a look and see where we're getting started here. All right, babe, you fired up, ready to go?
I'm ready. Let's get this done.
All right, awesome. So we got to go from this corner here all the way down here to the vacuum pipe. So right there. It's really not far.
I think that's about 30 feet. We started with 120. And
About 30 feet, yeah. So not bad. Not bad. We got one other little piece to fix over here. We glued that guy on last night. I got a little overly aggressive with a hammer and screwdriver trying to pop out a spacer and knocked him off the wall there last week, so I had to glue him back on with some more thin set. And we set another one over here. Amber accidentally knocked off with a pick when she was cleaning out the grout lines. Other than that, the project went pretty smooth, didn't it, babe?
Not too bad.
All right, well, let's get that grout mixed up and we will get to grouting. All right, there we go. We got the epoxy grout in all the tiles. Just worked my way into the corner over here. Got it all packed in there, and Amber's coming along behind me here doing the first wash. Doing a fantastic job, hon.
Thanks.
It's looking good.
Tired.
Tired?
Yeah.
Me too. It's been a long day.
Yeah.
But we've kicked some serious butt today.
You what?
I said we kicked some serious butt today.
Yeah, we did.
Out here in the stinking hot sunshine, grouting, moving old Neptune around.
Yep. That's a relief. I'm glad that's done.
Yeah, I'm glad he got moved without blowing into a million pieces.
Yep.
So we just got to wash this down and then wait a little bit and wash it down one more time and we'll be done for the night. All right, so we are done. The tile is up and the grout is done. We are tickled to death. That was a fun project. But man, it looks great. So much better than those old turquoise or whatever they were 6x6s that used to be here. And it just looks really cool. Love the wave design, love the blue, love the mosaic. Just looks really, really good. Looks like it's always in motion. Just has a cool effect, and it looks really good against the light gray limestone coping. And then we've got a light blue paint that's going to go next to it down in the pool. So I think overall that's going to look really good. We're just really excited to have the tile and the grout done. That was quite the project. So we do have a gap here between the tile and the plaster, and that's got to get patched. And there's a few places where the plaster is a little higher than the tile, so I'm going to actually have to go down through here with the grinder with that diamond cup wheel and go ahead and grind that down a little bit all down through here so that we can get it evened out. We don't want there to be a lip or a ledge here. People can get their legs or anything like that caught on it. So we're going to have to go down through here tomorrow and grind that down, just bevel it a little bit and smooth it out. And then we'll mix up some plaster patch and go ahead and get that all slicked up down through here. And we'll go ahead and patch any other areas down through here that may have pock marks or cracks or anything else in here. We'll go ahead and get those taken care of as well. And we are just inching closer and closer to paint. We're so excited. All right, so there you have it. That wraps up this episode of Woodmere Estate Revival. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today while we tackled grout and moving Neptune and cleanup and then more grout. It was a very productive day. It was a hot day. Amber and I are both just wiped out. We were ready to go home, get showered up, and put our feet up for an hour or so, and then fall asleep in the chair more than likely. And then wake up tomorrow and do it again. So that's our life right now, but we're trying to power through this, get this pool ready, get this stuff taken care of so we can begin to enjoy the pool And then we can turn our attention to everything inside and continue to paint and tile inside, put down hardwood floors, get the house ready for move-in day. So we're really excited about that. Be sure to hit that subscription button so you don't miss a single episode of Woodmere Estate Revival. Give us a like if you would, please. Got any comments or questions, be sure to leave those down below. Always like to hear from our viewers. And as always, be sure to tell your friends and family about Woodmere Estate Revival. Anybody that likes DIY or fixing up old houses, anything like that, be sure to spread the word about our channel. We got lots more to come. Keep tuning back in, and we'll keep working on this project and keep getting it knocked out. See you guys again real soon. Thanks.